Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, council members, and Boulder City residents. I am Julie Calloway, your Parks and Recreation Director. Agenda item number 5 is a presentation regarding the swimming pool recreation project to be referred to tonight as pool or new pool throughout the presentation. The goal this evening is to provide an update regarding the new pool. We will focus on the findings and recommendations from the Municipal Pool Ad Hoc Committee, along with an explanation of the conceptual design estimate construction costs. We will also review the financial component, highlighting the fact that taxes will not be increased, and explain that if approved, the amount not to exceed $9 million from the Capital Improvement Fund could move the project forward sooner. To provide a little background, the current pool facility is over 40 years old, beyond its useful life, and out of date with many current building standards. As with many aging structures, maintenance and repairs are often needed and costly. In September of 2019, City Council established a Municipal Pool Ad Hoc Committee to review alternatives for pool repair or replacement and advise City Council of possible alternatives, including financing options. The committee was comprised of 2 non-voting council members, Mayor McManus and Councilman Howard, and 7 appointed members from the Boulder City community. The ad hoc committee engaged with the community, received input from pool patrons, toured the Boulder City pool, listened to industry experts, and discussed several swimming pool and facility amenities. On April 13th, 2021, the Municipal Pool Ad Hoc Committee recommended City Council to move forward with the construction of a new facility for the swimming pool recreation project rather than rehabilitating the existing one, and the committee provided the council a list of recommended amenities to be considered with the new pool. Staff worked with SCA Design to provide a conceptual pool design that reflected the committee's recommendation and provided construction cost estimates for the facility. The Municipal Pool Ad Hoc Committee provided design elements to meet the needs of the many user groups of the Boulder City pool, while also being mindful of the budgetary implications. The committee discussed that some of the elements may need to be added in phases, but their ultimate goal was to recommend features that serve the current user groups and allow for enhanced features like the ability to host competitive swim meets. With the community in mind, the top recommendations from the committee included a 25-meter by 25-yard, 10-lane pool with adequate depth for swimming competitions. The other major element was the addition of a 4-lane swimming and instructional pool for open swim lessons, and classes. You can see the other recommendations on the slide, including storage space for life jackets, noodles, fins, kickboards, and other equipment, along with deck space for spectators of competitive meets and swim lessons. The committee also requested modern pool equipment, including automated chemical feed systems and updated pool filtration technology. The list highlights the committee's recommendations along with a list of elements SCA included in the conceptual design. Some of the elements are options as listed, and some elements were included but not specifically recommended by the committee, as notated on the slide. A conceptual site plan was also provided by SCA Design, reflecting a potential footprint for the new facility. The current pool location, Broadbent Park, continues to be the community's preferred location for the new pool. The committee's recommendation for a 4-lane swimming instructional programming pool is designed at the appropriate depth for swim lessons, lane walkers, open swim, and water aerobics. The pool would accommodate our youngest and oldest residents. The class for 6-month-olds and the extremely popular active senior water aerobics class would take place in this 4-lane pool. This pool would also serve as an open swim space. Additionally, this pool could be utilized during swim meets for competitors to warm up and cool down. The community was very vocal about the inability of our current pool to host swim meets. The committee's recommendation for a competitive 10-lane pool would allow for swimming competitions for our Boulder City Heat Wave swim team, Boulder City High School swim team, and even accommodate NCAA meets. The 10-lane pool would be enjoyed by many residents as well, including our daily lap swimmers. Additionally, it would be utilized for lifeguard training, deep water exercise, and possible diving board activity. The 2 pools recommended by the committee would better accommodate the user groups, with each having their own heater. The competitive swimmer prefers a cooler water temperature, and the babies and our active seniors prefer a warmer body of water for their classes. Plus, the 2 pools would have separate filtration systems. Unlike our current pool, where all 3 bodies of water circulate through one system, both pools would have their individual filtration systems. Pools would also be available for private party or specialized use rentals. As notated on the slide, the conceptual design cost estimates include additional design features like a splash pad, solar equipment, and conversion of locker room space, plus a reduction estimate for substitution of a 25-meter by 25-yard pool as recommended by the committee. The 2021 estimate cost for the conceptual design totaled just over $27 million, including construction, design, construction management, inflation, and owner's contingency percentage. The updated cost estimate in 2023 for the identical SCA conceptual design totaled $36,767,487, again including construction, design, construction management, inflation, and owner's contingency. This slide highlights the estimates and cost comparisons from 21 to 23. As you can see, the construction cost of the SCA design increased by $6 million. The design, inflation, construction management, and contingency percentages all remained the same. To update the estimated total cost in 2023 to $36,767,487 for the swimming pool recommended by the ad hoc committee. With the goal on not to increase any taxes for Boulder City residents, the Finance Department created a plan to successfully fund the swimming pool recreation project based on the updated conceptual cost estimates. The pool funding plan included support from Boulder City community. Anonymous donations for the swimming pool recreation project were received in 2019 and 2024 in the amount of $1.4 million. In 2021, Boulder City voters approved a ballot question expending $7 million from the Capital Improvement Fund for the swimming pool recreation project. The Capital Improvement Fund is funded from the proceeds of land sales and lease land payments, which currently has a cash balance of over $13.8 million and continues to grow annually at a rate of $2.8 million. In 2024, a special revenue fund was created for the purpose of saving funds for the pool project. The savings account has a current balance of over $7 million, which includes a $3.8 million previously designated amount from the extraordinary fund balance, a $1.5 million budget augmentation from fiscal year 24, and a budget approved for the fiscal year 2025 of $2 million. An additional $559,696 was also added to the fund and it was interest earned revenue from city investing the swimming pool funds. In total, the city currently has $16,370,710 in funding for the pool. The pool funding plan also includes potential funding sources. In 2021, Boulder City voters approved a ballot question expending the proceeds from the sale of land known as Track 350 to use 90% of the proceeds to fund the swimming pool project. While the voter-approved proceeds for Track 350 are estimated to bring in approximately $19 million towards the project, Track 350 is set to be developed in 3 stages over a number of years. It could take 5 to 6 years before the city receives the full purchase price for Track 350 land sales. This is reflected in yellow on the graph. The final funding component source is a ballot question on the upcoming November 5th, 2024 general election, asking voters to expend a total amount not to exceed $9 million of currently available funds within the Capital Improvement Fund to be used towards the new swimming pool. The current funds that we have for the pool, again, include the anonymous donation, the previously voted approved $7 million, and the special revenue fund and interest for a total of over $16 million. And the potential funds include Track 350 land sales and the potential amount not to exceed $9 million from the CIA Capital Improvement Fund if voters approve the 2024 ballot question. The potential funding would be $27,995,440. The Capital Improvement Fund is funded from the proceeds of land sales and leased land payments like our solar leases in the El Dorado Valley. The Capital Improvement Fund has that current cash balance of $13,800,000 and continues to grow annually at $2.8 million. However, per Boulder City Charter, use of capital improvement funds requires voter approval. If voters approve the not to exceed $9 million use of capital improvement funds, the pool project could proceed sooner and offer flexibility in the case of delays with the development of Track 350. While funds for the sale of Track 350 are estimated to bring in over $18 million for the pool project, this revenue will be received in 3 installments as Track 350 is sold and developed over several years. If voters approve the amount not to exceed $9 million during the November general election, the city would potentially have $25,370,710 in fiscal year 26 for the pool project. Additionally, should the first phase of Track 350 sell in fiscal year 26, it could potentially yield an additional $9 million for the swimming pool project fund, plus an estimated $200 in interest earned revenue, bringing the total estimate pool fund to over $34 million, potentially allowing for construction to begin in fiscal year 27. If additional second and third installments from the sale of the development of Track 350 are more than what is needed for the construction of the new pool, the excess funds will be returned to the Capital Improvement Fund, awaiting future voter approval for capital expenditures. Undoubtedly, the pool funding plan has several components. However, the plan does not change or repeal any existing laws, and it will not increase taxes for our residents. So what happens next? The staff would recommend a method of procurement for the project, create a scope of work from the Municipal Pool Ad Hoc Committee's recommendations, and prepare an advertisement to begin the project. We hope the presentation highlights the Ad Hoc Pool Committee and staff's effort to provide the Boulder City community with a multi-purpose, multi-generational new pool facility that can be enjoyed for years to come. The conceptual design, based on the recommendations from the Pool Committee, has not changed since 2021. Only the construction estimate increased from 2021 to 2023. Much like the cost of other goods and services, the price for that has increased. The funding component for the pool outlined a strategic plan for effectively allocating resources for the swimming pool project. The primary goal of the swimming pool recreation project is to create a facility that serves as a vibrant community gathering place for Boulder City residents. The design will accommodate a range of activities that will support competitive swimming, instructional programs, recreational use, and wellness activities. The project aims to be a facility for all, offering diverse programming that meets the needs of both our youngest and oldest residents. Thank you.
I just really appreciated that we pointed out some very important things to remember. That first off, nothing has changed since the ad hoc committee recommended that we needed a new pool and not to rehabilitate the old one. And I did have a question. Was the pool that exists now built on top of a pool that existed before?
Correct. There's not many people that are still around from back in the day, but yes, that is an accurate statement.
And has that created many of our problems?
We really don't know. Just to give you a little story, we were going to be considering jackhammering up part of the pool to do a little repair, and the company came in and said, we might not want to do that. We don't really know what we're going to find when we jackhammer the bottom of that.
Okay, so we will not make that same mistake and build the third pool on top of the two prior.
That is correct.
Thank you. Okay, and also just the cost. I mean, the reality is the cost. I serve on the facilities board for Clark County School District. They built a school, and I think it was 2019, 2020, built the exact same school. It was 30 to 40% higher to build the exact same school in 24. So that's the reality that we're faced with, and I like the reality that we don't know what the next 3 years hold, and if it can increase that much in this much time, who knows what it can do, but we are doing what we need to do to provide this for the community.
Correct. Thank you.
Other comments? Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.